Hello and welcome to... Okay, it's been an interesting week as always, so let's get on with some views. I'm going to try to avoid mentioning a certain funny-haired, racist, sexist, xenophobic douchebag, and also try to not mention Ted Cruz because I actually think he's more evil, but that's by the by. What I want to talk about this week is just the focus of people's anger and frustrations in the world. We are in a very odd state of affairs, nationally and internationally, and it's quite depressing when you look on social media and you look at the news and look at the news sites and see all the atrocities going on across the globe. Not just in terms of the refugees in Calais and the absolute horror stories that are going on there. Never mind the polarising reactions from people here. And then all the deaths in America and Australia and further afield. And I mean, if you just look on Vice's page on Facebook, there isn't an hour that goes by where you see this all these atrocities that are just everywhere, and you feel completely powerless about to do anything about it. And yes, you can't worry about everyone because otherwise you'll just sit in a darkened room rocking backwards and forwards. But equally, I think the anger and frustration that sometimes people do use is a little bit weird. For example, Ghostbusters. There's a new Ghostbusters film, you might have heard of it. Instead of a sequel, it's pretty much a reboot. Instead of for male Ghostbusters, it's for female Ghostbusters. And apparently that's a bad thing because reasons. Trailer just got released and everyone just went mad. People had already gone mad beforehand because they were talking about it desecrating a classic and women, kind of stuff. And especially as today I'm recording this on International Women's Day, you also get people going, oh, when's International Man's Day? It's November 9th. Look it up. It's just, it frustrates me because, especially when it's a film, I mean, I'm going to be talking about films in a little bit, and you can ignore everything I say about the films. I don't care, it's my opinion, I'm expressing it. If you disagree, let me know and we'll talk about it. That's what this whole thing should be about. I'm not saying a thing is bad and then you should never waste any time, money or whatever seeing it. That's your choice. If you want to go and see Grimsby, you shouldn't, but that's your choice. Equally, if you want to see the new Ghostbusters, it's your choice. I'm going to go and see it because I'm going willing to see with a relatively open mind. I like most of the people behind the making of the movie, so why wouldn't I be there to see it? It's, but if you look on YouTube and everything like that, again, ironically, I'm on YouTube. Everyone's just going nuts, and it's a film. If you don't want to go and see it, don't see it. If you think it's desecrating your childhood, fine. But you know what? The original movie's still there. It's not as if Sony are going to go around everyone's houses and completely delete the Bill Murray, Dan Aykroyd movie for the sake of this reboot. Obviously, I mean, we're all cinema these days is churning out a lot of remakes, redo, sequels, because they're a known brand, and that's why they're doing it. See Star Wars, see Marvel, see DC. But focus on things that actually matter. The government, what's happening to society. I'm hoping as this show grows and I get more involved in other stuff, I will, or might even be focusing less attention on cinema and stuff and actually talking to other people and that as well. But that's for the future, Alan, to worry about. My point is, a trailer is not the sign of a film's quality. If that were the case, The Phantom Menace would be better than Citizen Kane. Moving on. It's been a very good week for movies. Some out, some coming out. Let's start with London Has Fallen. There are good action films, there are bad action films, there are terrible action films. London Has Fallen is actually even worse than a terrible action film. Olympus Has Fallen, the original film, was bad enough. It was the White House gets overtaken by terrorists, and it was following a kind of Die Hard / Under Siege template. Whereas White House Down was following a very pure Die Hard template and was better for it. The sequel, London Has Fallen, has Gerard Butler, Scottish Gerard Butler, playing an American Secret Service agent who comes over to London with his president buddy, and unfortunately all the other world leaders are congregating for a funeral, and then some bad guys start blowing stuff up. Predominantly very recognisable landmarks in London, so that you know it's London. You know, the House of Parliament has to blow up because why wouldn't it? This is a terrible movie. It is terrible beyond words. Yes, we've seen countless Die Hard rip-offs, and they've been good and bad, but this is horrendous for many reasons. The acting, the script, the racism, the xenophobic. It's just wretched. I mean, I get we're in a world of terror and stuff, but this just goes through all the stereotypes, and it's a sort of film that people who were that way inclined would use it as a real reason why we shouldn't, you know, allow other cultures into, you know, a quote unquote Western culture. It's horrible. You know, even if the action were good, you can't be distracted by that when you've just got the bad guys. Why are the bad guys? Oh, because they're Muslims. It's not good. It left me with a very bad taste in my mouth throughout. You know, you're meant to be enjoying seeing Gerard Butler kill countless bad guys. It's horrible. If you want to watch Die Hard movie, watch Die Hard. You know, or Under Siege. They're good examples of the thing being taken over by stuff. It's, you know, I'm not saying PC gone mad, but I think there has to be an openness. I mean, whereas something like Team America got away with it because it was everyone was fair game, and it was actually mocking the idea of these American movies. But you would have thought after Team America, movies would have actually got more better, but based on London's Fallen, not so much. Out on Friday is Ben Wheatley's adaptation of Highrise, the J.G. Ballard novel. It's set in a future retro 70s era where society now lives amongst these high-rise buildings, and they are a very literal symbol of society, where the rich are at the very top, and you're going to go down until you've got the poor and the working classes, everything like that. Ben Wheatley is a very interesting director. I like pretty much everything he's done, from Kill List, Down Terrace, Sightseers especially. A Field in England is a bit more of an acquired taste, but this is kind of closer to the likes of Kill List, and with an element of Sightseers. It's a very dark black comedy, The cast is just astounding. Tom Hiddleston, Jeremy Irons. Just if you, they're all fantastically played. It's like I say, it's an acquired taste. It's going to be a very polarising film. You're either going to really like it or you're going to hate it. It's that simple. It's bleak. While it's still set in the 70s, it's speaking volumes for the society we've got now. You know, it's no accident that Maggie Thatcher has. You hear her words in a key scene. ABBA and SOS is a kind of recurring theme throughout sort of various versions of it, and there's an absolutely beautiful cover by Portishead. And yeah, I adored this film. I saw it at the London Film Festival. It's great, but be prepared for a slightly hard watch, because it doesn't pull any punches. It's quite gritty, and but yeah, it's one of the best films I've seen of the year so far. Out last week was the new Coen brother movie Hail Caesar. It's set in 1950s Hollywood and stars Josh Brolin as a Hollywood fixer who finds himself having to locate George Clooney's leading man heartthrob actor character when he gets kidnapped by a group of mysterious men just as they're about to shoot a prestige picture based around the Romans and Jesus Christ. I really like the Coen Brothers movies. I think there's probably only one or two films that I've had slight troubles with, but the great thing about them is their love for cinema and their love for creating weird characters and weird situations. And while they don't always go in the direction that you might hope or expect them to go in, they take you on a journey, and the journey is normally an interesting one. With this picture, it's almost like a series of shorts featuring homages to different genres of film at that time. You've got your epic, Roman epic. You've got westerns, the cheesy western where the leading man does the stunts and also plays a guitar and has to shoehorn in the name of the film into the title of the song. There's the dance numbers. There's the number that involves a swimming pool and coordinated synchronized swimming and stuff. And it's great. The characters again, you've got Scarlett Johansson, Ray Fiennes, Channing Tatum, Christopher Lambert. Christopher Lambert makes an appearance in this film, and if that doesn't get you kind of your Highlander geekiness going, I don't know what will. It's lovely. It's not gonna, again, it's an acquired taste. It's not a laugh out loud movie. It's a quietly chuckle movie with some wry nods. The idea of that, you know, communists are taking over Hollywood, that kind of stuff. Yeah, I liked it. The cast is fantastic. That you find yourself going, I wish there was more of that character. But Josh Brolin really carries the film throughout. And yeah, he's great. He plays it for laughs, and so yeah, if you like Coen Brothers films, you're gonna probably enjoy this. If you don't, go and watch something else. Just make sure it's not London Has Fallen. Speaking of Die Hard and Bruce Willis and all that kind of jazz, out on DVD next week is the new action thriller Extraction. It stars Bruce Willis, kind of, sort of, but not really. He's a CIA agent who's a little bit grumpy, a little bit disgruntled. It's not much of a stretch for old Bruno. But his son, I'm not too sure how you pronounce it, but I think it's Keelan Lutz. I think he was in Twilight and one of the last Expendables film. He plays his son, and he's just joining the CIA, and he's trying to become a field agent, but he's running a few hurdles, like he can't shoot people and he's having difficulty beating people up. But when his dad gets kidnapped by some bad guys, it's left to him to go and rescue his dad. This is the plot is just pure MacGuffin. You'll try to follow what they're trying to find. There's something about a condor. DB Sweeney's in there just to do some expositional dialogue. Gina Canaro is in there as well as the love interest. Her acting's getting a little bit better, but not all that. But for what it is, it's a very well put together, straight to DVD actioner. The set pieces are well done, even if some of the direction and the music are a little bit over the top. You know, if you like your action movies and if you like your your coordinated stunt scenes, you appreciate the long takes and the balletic way, not a cut every 5 seconds. Unfortunately, Extraction has that element of cutting to make things look a bit more frenetic. But for a kind of Friday night post pub type movie, it works. The action is very well done. But yeah, Bruce Willis is in it for a little more than an extended cameo, so I wouldn't go and see it for that, but go and see it for some younger people actually managing to kick butt and take numbers. Okay, that's it for this time. Thank you very much for watching. Please like and share and subscribe. Tell all your friends about this. Tell some of your enemies about it. Why not? You can follow me on Twitter at MyCircleBrain. I am on Facebook with MyCircleBrain, and there should be a link to all my random ramblings below. Thank you again for watching, and until next time, laters.